What? No.
No. I'm really first time doing something like this, so.
Okay. So I hope you will enjoy it.
Yeah, me too.
Because that is important in life, to enjoy every moment. Otherwise, you go into depression. And that is our main topic for today, depression and life, or life and depression. Nowadays, we hear that, let me just mute Zolanta. Zolanta, I'll mute you. Okay, if you have any question, because your little, that naughty child is there.
Okay, I'm gonna mute.
Yeah, so if you have any question, you can just unmute and ask, okay? So, nowadays, first of all, the question comes in mind, why only this topic? We have so many questions in our mind, so many queries we have. But still, why today we are focusing on depression? The main reason is because nowadays we see small children, they are talking about depression. And the funniest thing is that they are going to doctor and doctors are giving them medicines for depression. And they are taking those medicines. And we are like, you are just 2 years or 3 years old. At that age, we were busy playing and studying and everything. And we didn't even know what this word means. What is depression? That was not in our dictionary at that age. And today, those children who should play in the park, who should study, who should enjoy their life, they are suffering with depression. So today, we will just try to understand what is depression, from where it is coming, and how to cure it from a Vedic perspective. You know, Zita, Zolanta, many of you know that I only talk from Vedas. And the same will be today. We will try to understand this problem from the teachings of Vedas. Okay? Now first, about me, I do not think there is anything to say. After the class, you will understand yourself. Now, what is depression? Is there anyone who would like to say what they have felt in their life, if you have felt depressed ever? What was the experience and why you hate that thought? Because we all hate this word depression. It's like devil, like Halloween night, just so scary. And we all are like, God, give us anything but not depression. But why? So any of you would like to explain something, say something? First, I know Zolanta, Rita, Zita, and may I know your name, brother? What is your name?
My name is Klaus.
Klaus?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Klaus. So, any of you who have felt depression? Just raise your hand. How many of you have experienced depression in your life?
Probably symptoms. I think that.
So, who would like to say something about it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. The main thing I think I want to say that depression is like some heavy cloud, which makes you feel that you are not able to control your thoughts, your actions. So there is something from like a neighbor coming in your house and pushing you not to go out or something like that. That's my feeling about depression.
Actually, that is what we feel when we are depressed. Basically, if you can see the picture on the screen, just look at this boy sitting there. Everything, the whole definition of depression you can see in this picture. What happens? It's just like everything turns into black and white. There is no color remain in your life. There's no happiness for you. You just feel lost. Simple like I'm sitting in a dark room which has no door or window. I'm wearing some clothes which are very poor, old clothes. I'm crying. Still, no one can hear my crying. No one can see my tears. In that situation, first, we are hurt, we are broken, we are lost. Then we apply our mind, we look at ourselves, and we smile, we laugh at ourselves. What am I doing? It's not what I deserve in my life. And then we start overcoming the depression. But that thought, that wisdom, that insight coming in you is not just like magic happening. Some person comes in your life, they guide you. Some friend, some family member, or maybe your mentor or your guru. Or sometimes by watching some movie, reading some book, from somewhere you get this thought that this is not the place for me. I have to get out of this state. And basically, we call it mental state, right? So if you have to go to doctor will say go to psychologist because it is a mental disease. Depression is not a physical disease. How many of you agree that it is a mental disease, not physical? Raise your hands.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah. How many of you think depression is a psychological, a mental disease, not physical disease?
Me, I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, when someone is depressed, just look at this boy. He is not able to move his body. He is not able to speak. He is not even able to eat because you lose your appetite when you are depressed. Your blood pressure is low and your body organs stop working, like their working is very slow. Now again think about it. Is it a psychological disease or a physical disease?
First psychological and then physical.
Physical, right? Now, it is a disease which is affecting both. But from where it is coming? So for that, actually there was no such definition. So I developed this formula. And if you just look at the formula, it will clear everything. R plus FW is equal to E is equal to DAFA. Here R is your resources. Resources are what? Resources are something which you have, but you cannot change, which is what we call your Jyotish chart, your astrology chart, your fate. Some people call it destiny. They say, oh, it was destined for me. You know, it was my fate to meet with an accident. I lost my hand in that accident. That was my fate. I could not do anything. It was my fate to get my parents. Okay. Now, can we change our parents? There is no supermarket where you go and you say, oh, take my birth parents and give me different birth parents. That's not possible. Can you change your siblings? You cannot. Can you change your body? Maybe. You think your hand, this hand is too long. Maybe one leg is too long. Maybe you don't like your face. Sometimes it happens. We are like, oh, my nose is not good. Or what if my eyes would be blue? I would enjoy better. I would look better. But the question is, can we change that? Not possible. Even if you take some surgery or something to make your appearances look better or different, you will look awkward. If my nose is long, it is too long actually. Now it is looking good on my face. But if it would be like this, I would look like aliens. The way God has created us, that is what looks good on us. The parents, your siblings, your body, that's all is what is destined for you. Now, can you change? Now that will come into resource. Okay. Just understand this formula carefully. After then, there will be no doubt in your life. And if you understand this formula and apply in your life, honestly, there will be no depression, frustration, anxiety, or anger in you. You will be like, just calm, just like Krishna or Lord Ram. Now, these all are resources, but you are sitting on a chair. Can you change that chair? You have a job. Can you change that job? You are wearing some cloth. Can you change them? You have a house. Can you change that? Zita has recently changed. So we can. Now, whatever you can change, that is not your destiny. That is not your fate. That is not your resource. That is your free will. FW means free will. So God has given you your resources based on your previous life karmas. Then He has given you free will. I am giving you your parents based on your karmas. Your karmas were good. Your parents are so sweet, so supporting, so wise, intellectual, beautiful. Because if they are beautiful and wise, then you will adopt the same. But how to treat your parents and how your parents treat you, that is not decided by God. That is your free will. You decide whether to slap your parents, whether to shout on them, or to love them, to respect them. Your parents, they decide whether to give you good education or not, whether to give love to you or shout at you all the time. The same way about husband and wife. Your husband or wife is not like one day you wake up and there is a gift pack in front of you. You open that and it has some glue over it, and your spouse gives you a hug and they are stuck to you. Now you are like, oh, I want to leave you, but they are like, no, I'm stuck with the glue. You choose them. Is there anyone who is single?
Can you repeat question?
Is there anyone who is single? Zita is single. Klaus, are you?
No, I'm not. I have a girlfriend.
Okay. Well, lucky, huh? Zolanta? No? Now, if you, all single people, if you have to start a new relationship, will God come and put a gun over your head and say, no, just marry this person? Or you will meet people and choose from them. Zita, what will you do?
Vai kāds var iztulkot to jautājumu, ko viņš uzdeva ritiņā?
To, ko Alls nemāk?
It's not, repeat the question, please. I will translate to
Okay.
Zita.
If Zita decide to marry again, oh, my mic is in my shirt actually. My apologies. It was a mistake. I have to just see where it is. Yeah. Here. So it goes here. I guess now it will be clear. Now better?
Yes.
Yeah. So if Zita decide to start a new relation, I know it's scary, but still, just imagine.
Yeah, it's obvious. Yes.
Now, if you decide, then will God come to you and put a gun over your head and say, Zita, you have to marry this person? Or you yourself will meet people and choose from them whom to marry or to start a relation?
Neviens nepiespiež, tu pati izvēlies. Kurš ir variants? Nu, visticamāk.
Oi, es galīgi garām izvēlēšos. Es vairāk neparakstos uz šito, bija divi papiks.
It could happen in both ways.
If you, this is the result of our negative approach, because we love to blame things on God. Most of us do that. Something good happens, oh, I did this, I'm so proud of it. Something bad happens, God, why did you do that? Don't we do? Now, the same way, just simple thing, we all have resources, okay? And we have to just categorize them if it is destined or am I free to make a choice here? Just simple. If you can't leave them at all, there is no option. If you cannot change them, I have this cup, I can change it. I can get a new one. I have these fingers. I can't change them and get the new fingers as just same like this. So these fingers are the resources I have got as my fate based on my previous life karmas. But the cup is something which I have chosen. I went to market, I looked at many cups and I chose one. This is what I want to take home. So I got it. Now, when these two comes together, that is equal to E. E is event. So your fate and your free will comes together, that creates some event in your life. Your fate was your body, your soul, your mind, and your desire to have a spouse. Your free will was you went out, you started meeting people, and finally you felt a connection with someone and you decided to marry the person. You proposed the person and you both decided to marry. That is how the event of marriage occurred. Is this simple system clear to everyone?
Yes.
Huh? Now, this event, your marriage, you having a child, your child is not your fate. Understand that. That is again a choice. You have a choice to stay celibate or a brahmachari, or to start a marital life and have kids. You have a choice. Now, whatever event is, because of that event comes D, depression, A, anger, F, frustration, and A, anxiety. So from where the depression is coming? Based on the free will we used, it was my choice. Okay, based on your choice, coming the event, and because of that event coming depression, anger, frustration, and anxiety. Now, first of all, we all have to understand the root cause. If you are having stomach pain, you don't know from what it is coming. What is the cause? What is the reason? You can never cure it. If you know the reason, then you can apply the knowledge of Ayurveda and you can cure it. So first of all, I want you to do a small practice, just for 1 minute, everyone. Just in your mind, rewind your whole life journey. You were born, cute little child, laughing or crying. From there to today, find out how many times you had depression, anger, frustration, or anxiety. Then apply the formula.
It's from our birth to this moment.
From birth to this moment. And then apply the formula and try to see what wrong free will you used which caused that psychological problem in you. Just 60 seconds. Now, one more thing I want you to recall. When you had depression, what you did? Most of us, what we do, we are depressed, we have this low BP, and we start listening to sad songs. We start reading some book which is full of the downfall of someone's life. Now, if right now we play some music which is so low, that sad song, all of us will be, again, we will go to depression without any reason. So it's simple that you cut your hand, your finger by the knife, then you get a bigger knife to heal it. You will lose your finger completely. The same thing we all are doing. When we are in depression, we start listening to sad songs. We close ourselves in the closed room, in the dark room. We go to live alone. We separate ourselves from the society. And by all of that, the depression increases. And now we reach on a level where we see nothing but just one option: to suicide. And now think about this. Instead of sad music, instead of going alone and putting yourself into darkness, if you would just started listening to some energetic music, some happy music, if you would just go out and start playing with some children in the park, if you would just go to some hill area on a mountain and start seeing the sunrise from that mountain, start seeing how the birds are flying, how the animals are chasing each other, how green that mountain is, what shape the clouds are making. Instead of getting depressed, you would have healed yourself. Second thing what depressed people do, they start taking some drugs, some medicines. Now for what? Sleeping. The basic problem with depressed people is they cannot sleep. For that they take a medicine, which is basically a sedative, which will just shut down your brain so you can relax. Now the problem with these medicines is they only work for a limited time. Then the medicine will stop working on your body and you will have to high the dose, right? Now then again, after some months you have to increase the dose and you will continue the medicine till the last day of your life. Instead of that, if you just take, there is a herb ashwagandha. So ashwagandha. There is another herb, camphor. Just ordinary, you can go to some herbal store and you can get it. Even nowadays on Amazon it is available. Simple things. And I know, I'm sure in Latvia there must be many such herbs which you can get easily from there in the market. If you just take those herbs, they will not harm your body. They will just calm your mind and you will be able to sleep. And you will not have any side effect which you got because of the drugs. But there are some things we can do and some reasons of depression. But then comes the fuels. This is the most important part. We all have to give attention. How many elements are there? Rita, how many elements are there?
But I didn't understand the question.
How many tattva or elements are there?
Ears, air, fire and help me, please. Water, yeah, water.
Ēters arī, es nezinu.
Either.
Earth, water, air, fire, and Akash. Or some people call it space, right? Now, today we will learn the 5 elements in a completely different perspective. Now here, first thing, are we all robots or humans? We are humans? Is there any robot or alien? Hope so. That was good. So Klaus, you see any robot around you? Screen is blocked, I guess. Klaus, Zita, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah. So here, being human, we all need some food. But when we are depressed, basically we stop eating or we stop giving fuel to our body and mind. But actually it is not what is happening. It is just a different situation. What is happening, because we stop giving fuel to our mind and body, we go into depression. And when we go into depression, then we continue not giving fuel to the body and mind. Now those fuels, today we will understand from the 5 element theory given in the Vedas. The first element is earth, which is the soil. The simple we can understand, earth is the planet we are living on. Earth is soil we have. Or another word could be the nature and the soil connection. You are living on concrete, in a good house, you travel on car. How many times you step in the soil or on the soil? How many people we have who, Klaus, how many days in 1 year you think you put a step on the soil?
Pretty much. I go to the nature. I mean, in Latvia in general, there is no problem to be in touch with the soil. We have a lot of it, and that's the one of the fuels what we have, like, and one of the resources here we have that soil.
So Latvia is really a lucky country, I can say.
About if we are talking about the soil, then yes,
Then
we are.
About economy, there is a problem.
That's a different story.
But this is really a very important thing. Earth element is not about the soil. It is about this connection with the soil or with the nature. As you said, people are connected to nature in Latvia. And that is one aspect. If you are connected to nature, if you are connected to the soil, the chances to get depressed will be 20% less for you. If the chances to get depressed are 100, then we have 5 measurements. So it is 20% you cannot get depressed. There is a therapy in Ayurveda to walk barefoot, okay, barefoot without wearing any shoe or anything. You just walk on the soil or on grass. And this helps to nourish your heart and your eyes. A great therapy it is. Now, if you are doing that, even once a month, really great. And if you can do it twice or thrice, 3 times a week, it means you are a lucky person on earth. Now, after earth comes the soma or water. Now, simply, there is this one mistake we all make. When I started learning Jyotisha, I learned about Soma or water. So there are planets, Moon and Venus, which are the planets of water. And then I was like, why Moon represents Mother? Mother is not made of water. She's a human. No, Venus represents a woman, but why? She's a human, she's not water. Then when you go deep into the teaching, then you learn water means your emotions. And it is a fact that males are more self-focused, women, they are more emotional than male. That is why the 2 watery planets, they represent mother and woman or girls. Now, how is your emotional condition? Now, how to check that? Are you, like we see there are 3 people in the room with Klaus. There is, right?
Yeah, we are 4 here.
4, right. Now there is Rita we have, Zolanta we have. Now, one simple question we have to ask. The 4 people who are with you in the room and all of us who are connected together today, we are connected because we have the same intention or same thought. The fate or the thought process, the psychology is connected. But are we able to share our emotions to each other? If one of us is having pain, are you so comfortable to tell the other? If you are happy, are you comfortable to share your happiness with the other person? Usually we have this one thought, if I say, Klaus, I have pain in my heart, maybe he will laugh at me. Maybe he will say, oh, I have to avoid the person, he is having pain. Or if I say, like Zita, I'm so happy today, maybe she will be like, I'm jealous of you, Acharya. This is the fear we all have. The person will judge me or the person will laugh at me. And we never share our emotions. So the soul, the water element in our life is blocked. We are just having emotions. And that is why we have 7 layers of our mind. The first is the physical consciousness. Second is the emotional consciousness. And third is the spiritual consciousness. Then subconscious, unconscious, all levels goes. But 99% people have the problem only in the emotional conscious mind. The emotional connectivity is not there. Wife feels scared to share the secrets with husband. Husband feels scared to share the secrets with wife. Now, you cannot expect the children to share everything with parents. This is a different era we are living in. That is why the children are having depression. They are having some problem in school. Maybe your child doesn't like maths, but he has to study. He want to draw and just draw, or maybe he just want to dance. Now he want to learn from Zeta. But the parents are forcing the child, no, you have to go to school, you have to become some scientist or engineer. And the child is keeping the emotions inside. That is what we call depression. When you keep your emotions just inside you and you are not able to express them. Now there is another situation. The depression, when you are keeping your emotions inside you, one is you are getting low BP, low blood pressure. You are thinking low about yourself. Maybe I do not deserve to dance. Maybe I do not deserve to learn Vedas. Maybe I am not a good actor or good player. That is why parents are not sending me there. Then you go into depression. It's like there is ocean and you are draining in that. There is another situation when you think, no, I deserve that. But the society is pushing me down. My parents are pushing me down. That is, it's just like the situation of a volcano. You are pushing the emotions inside you and you are becoming a bomb. You don't know what day or what time you will blast. That is what we call frustration. Then there is, if you are feeling like I deserve to be an actor, you express the emotions immediately. You feel bad and you say, Dad, I'm not feeling good about this. You feel bad and you just say to your friend, I'm not feeling good about this. You feel happy and you just say. When you feel your sadness immediately, that is anger. Just look at some angry person whenever you get time. If you find any angry person near you, just look in their eyes. They will be like, just anger. But if you carefully just look, you'll find tears in those eyes. Anger is the feeling when you want something and the environment is not helping you to get that. And then you release just like a child lost in the city. Don't know what to do. Now what the child will do? Will start crying. Because there is so much emotions, the child has to release it. And then comes anxiety. Anxiety is really a funny situation of life. What will I do after 5 years? I don't know. And I start thinking about that from today, and every night I'm not able to sleep. That is anxiety. For 2-3 years, you are planning, I have to go to that country. And you will go there after 2-3 years. But you start worrying from today. How will I manage there? Where will I live? Where will I stay? What will I eat? I will see all of that after 2-3 years. When I reach there. Now today, if you start worrying, you have exam after 2 months, you should study from today. But you should not worry if you fail. You have not even entered in the classroom for exam. And still you are worrying, what if I get failed? Water is really a very important element in life. It gives you so many opportunities and problems. And the water is your free will basically. Just apply this water thought on everything. Whatever thing you love, okay, whatever. Just think why you love it. We all are mature. We know we are not born here to play or just to, work and get some salary. We all are here for some bigger purpose. Today, without Klaus, we all won't be able to connect. Without Zita, maybe none of you would be able to connect with me. Now everything whatever is happening here, just think about this. What is my life purpose? Now, what I love, my mobile, my car. Just think about that. Is it supporting me to complete my life purpose or not? 90% things in our life we are possessed about. We want them. No, I will not leave it. Those 90% things are just waste. Nothing will make any change if you leave them. You love tea, you love coffee, yeah, you love water, that is fine. Without water, you cannot fulfill your purpose. So many friends you have who are every day trying to push you down. There are so many people we have in our life. Friends, but actually enemies. There are so many enemies who are trying to help you to grow. I still remember I had one friend in school. He was my enemy basically, as he believed. He used to just comment on me. If I get 19 marks out of 20, he will just say, oh, Alok, why teacher didn't give you 20 out of 20? Maybe you are a fool. You don't deserve to be here. You should just die. You are a burden over earth. If I take food like chapati, Indian bread, if I take, he will say, oh, why did you get some sandwich or something? You are a fool. You are a burden on earth. Why don't you just die? And I had this habit, if he says, this is wrong in you, I would start working to cover up that thing. He says, oh, you don't run fast. I would start running every morning to increase my speed. He says, you get 19 marks, you should get 20. I will start working to get 20. Because he's my enemy. He's insulting me every day in front of people. But actually, he's not enemy, he's my friend. He has a big role in my life, why I was able to let go of my problems, my weaknesses. We all have such friends and enemies. Friends who are actually enemies and enemies who are actually friends. We all have that. Now, are they in your life to help you to grow or to put you down? If They are there to help. Keep them or leave them. Actually, it feels difficult. I love this sweater. How can I leave it? It's old. It's not giving me any warmth. It's not having any application in life. Why should I keep it? But still, I cannot leave it. But the decision Krishna made Arjun, that decision was simple. You don't deserve this in your life. Finish it. Keep what you know. It doesn't mean that everyone will get some guns and start, Klaus just called me, oh, everyone has taken their guns out and they are killing. What you said, Acharya. Finishing is not what I mean by this. Finishing means you break connections from those bad things. Because if you have your family and you cannot share your pain, your happiness, your fears, you are having some financial issue, some physical issue, some mental issue. If you cannot share with your family, it is not your family. If you cannot share with your friend, you have to keep secrets. Actually, the friendship is just, you are living, you are neighbors, that's all. You are not friends. If you start communicating, you have some pain, you share. You know you are my good friend, but you hurt me that day. Then your friend will tell you, I'm sorry, I didn't want it to hurt you. Actually, this is what happened. Your friend will tell you the story of his side. But what we do? He hurt me. Maybe that was the reason. You judge. And then you make your story and living with that story. And after many years, you tell that friend, that day, before 5 years, you hurt me. And the friend says, oh my dear, still you remember that? I didn't mean to hurt you. You are my best friend. I care for you. That's why I did that. But then you are like, oh, I wasted 5 years or 4 years of my life. Then there is nothing you can do. And why it is happening? We are not communicating. Right now, Mercury is retrograde. So this is an important point to discuss about. We are not communicating properly. And this happens. Many times it happens in class, in our life. With me, it happens many times. Because I'm busy with my research, so many times I cannot communicate with the disciples. And sometimes some of them judge that Acharya is avoiding me. For many days, they are living in depression that Acharya is avoiding me. Then they give me text or call, or I text them, they don't know where the person is. And then they tell me and I start laughing. I'm like, you are like family, why would I avoid you? You have wasted 5 or 6 days of your life. Instead of that, if you just text me, Acharya, I'm feeling bad, I'm depressed, because I think you are avoiding me. I would have just texted you that right now I'm busy with some research work, but as I get free, I will get back to you. I care for you because you are my family. Things would be, 5 days, they are big time. That is when we actually realize the importance of communication. So again, how many of us can say here, they communicate perfectly? No one? How many of us think they have so many problems in life because they do not communicate, or the others, friend, family, they do not communicate to them? Just raise your hand. How many? Yeah. Zolanta and Rita are there. Rita is also there.
I showed already.
This is a small thing, but it makes a big difference in our life. The water element, the soma, or the liquids, if you don't take liquids, your body will dry. If you don't keep the flow of emotions, your mind will dry. Simple. So we should have sufficient or enough liquids in the body and flow of emotions in the mind. Now the next element comes Vayu, air. Now, air has two meanings basically. One is we need to breathe. If you just stop breathing, your soul will leave this body in just some moments. But if you keep breathing the polluted air, again your soul will leave the body slowly in some time. Breathing is important, but what you are breathing, that is also important. Air also has another meaning, touch. The quality of air is touch. Just do one experiment. When you are angry, make some food. When you are happy, make some food. When you are crying, you are sad and depressed, again make some food. And when you are worried about something, will I be able to pay my rents? Will I be able to get that job? Will I be able to find my soulmate, or whatever? When you are worried, again make some food. And you will be surprised. All four foods prepared by the same person will taste differently. When we touch something from our fingers, our emotions, they flow in that thing. Either it's your cloth, your food, water, your chair, mobile, laptop, everything. Now, again, the water and air, I'm connecting both. If you have good, you just go home and get some gift to your mother or your wife or your sister, whoever makes food. Just get some gift to them. They will be happy. Then ask them to prepare food for you. After having the food, you yourself will feel happy. Just go home, break something in the house. Make them angry. They are just like ready to kill you. Again, request them to make some food. But this time, after having the food, you yourself will get angry. This is how the emotions, they flow through vayu or air or touch. But then comes another property of vayu, that is freedom. Now just ask yourself one simple question. Are you free in your life? Do you have freedom? Freedom of thoughts, freedom of speech. Again, the same point come, the flow of emotions, freedom of speech. Do you feel free to express your emotions, your thoughts to others? Do you feel free to do what you think about? I want to go to beach, I can. Or maybe there is some restriction that I cannot go. This all is, again, it plays a big role in deciding whether you will get depressed or not. Fire. This is one question usually I get from children. Why we eat vegetables? What we are getting from it? The simple answer for that is you're getting nutrients, minerals, different minerals, etc. But a quite tricky question or answer here can be, there is chlorophyll in every plant or every vegetable or fruit. Now that chlorophyll contains sunlight in it. So when you eat some vegetable, you are getting sunlight. Now, how much sunlight important for us? That we can simply just get by going out in the sun, or by eating fruits, vegetables, or there is another source. Usually doctor tells you, you have deficiency of vitamin D. You need to get tablets. Instead of that, just go to home and give a hug to your child, your parents, or your sibling. Just one hug, you will feel, because fire also means warmth. And it actually works. Your body will start creating vitamin D in itself. But no doctor will tell you that. Problem is there, but the solution is get more sunlight, get more energy. Now, how we can get more energy? If we are happy, we are more energetic. Just think, we males, we can just imagine, but you females, you mothers, you can understand how much pain you suffer while giving birth to a child. If you give the same pain to me or Klaus, we both will be like, oh, we can't tolerate that. It's a fact. That is like, your body is, they are turning it apart. Even just thinking about it gives you this, scary feeling. But a mother, she suffers that pain and then she is happy to have the child. Even she waits to get the pain for 9 months. Every day in those 9 months, she is thinking, yes, after 9 months, I will get that pain. She's happy about it because of the child. So when you are happy, no matter how much pain you get from the fate, from the resources, you were going on road, you were walking safely, but someone else, they were driving wrong and they hit you. You have pain. But then you are happy. Oh, finally, I get leave from work. You are some government employee. So you are like, government will give me salary or pension. I can just have rest at home. And now finally I will sleep at 12 and will wake up at 12 in the day. There will be, whole family will serving me. You are happy about it. The pain will be gone. When a mosquito, it bites you, you are sad. It feels like someone has just a small amount of pain is not possible to tolerate for that person who is not happy. Sun or fire or Agni is not about the physical fire only. That is just the physical manifestation of your own freedom. God has made you a free person. God has given you that warmth. A warm body is called a human. A cold body is called a dead body. There is just a minor difference. If there is no energy, no warmth, the person even loses the name. Today it is Acharya, then it is some dead body. I don't know who the person is. It's a dead body. Then we lose our name, our identity and everything. Still, we question how important sunlight is for us. And the last, this is the most complicated one. And no one on earth has actually understood it. I'm talking about the modern philosophers and modern scientists and researchers. They translate it as a space, the fifth element. They translate it as the space. Akash means space. Actually, it is not the same. There is a small difference. Akash is called, there is a saying in Jyotish, a sutra, when Jupiter is in the good position, when it's transiting, it's moving in the space, and it's moving from the good positions, that time, every person on the planet, on earth, feels happy, feels loved. There is prosperity and happiness in their lives. And Jupiter represents the Akash element. It is not space. What is growing when Jupiter is good place? It is love, happiness, wisdom, prosperity. Space is just one of the parts which we need. But what kind of space it is? It's not physical space. Physical space will mean if you want to increase Akash, just go and start living in some desert. You'll get a lot of space there. Nowhere else on planet you can get that much space. So that is not where Jupiter is strong. Jupiter is strong when you are in a family where you have the freedom of thoughts. In a circle where people are wisely guiding you. In a circle where they are respecting your thoughts. If we are sitting, the 10 friends are sitting there, someone is thinking about like having some thought, and other 9 people are like, oh, just leave. We don't need to hear you. We have made up our mind. There is no space for that person there. The Akash element is all about how much love you are getting and giving. And there is no tax you have to pay for love. You can give as much you want in the society. You are going on the road, you can give love to animals. There is some dog or some other animal. You can just give them some food or something. There is some beggar, some poor person on road. I know they are, I don't know about Latvia, but in India, we have a lot of such situations. Painful, but we have. Now you can just give them some clothes or some food. You are spreading love. And the strange thing about it, when you give something to someone, you feel happy. You have a jacket, you love this jacket, but on the road you find some poor person who is just shivering in the cold. You give your jacket to the person. No, at that time you are giving something you love to someone you don't know. And even in that situation, you feel so happy. You forget your pain, you forget your worries, you forget if you have to pay rent the next morning, if you have to get cash for your food next day, if you are having some issue in the family. At that moment, you are just happy. We are having that much love and happiness by giving love to some stranger. Now just think, what if you start giving love to your family, to your friends, and to people you are surrounded? You go to some cafe, you are sitting with maybe 10 people, you just get one box of chocolates or sweets or something. You give a small, just a small piece to everyone. Or maybe some candy you give to everyone. Or maybe you take one apple and make small slices of it and give one to everyone. You have made a new family there, just in some moments. And you will feel, yeah, I have done something good today. I have shared love with people. And now you forgot all your depression. Elements, basically we focus on the physical part because we are thinking from the physical conscious mind. But there is another perspective of everything if you look at from the spiritual conscious mind. Something, your one pen, that is just a pen. Yeah, it is just a pen. Physically, if I am seeing. But if spiritually I see, this pen, by this pen I can write something beautiful, which can get me a lot of connections, a lot of people I can connect with. And maybe I can write something so wise, which can help so many people. Just a difference if you think of physical or spiritual aspect of that thing. Depression is not some disease actually. Depression is not something you need medicine for. Yeah, doctors have their profession. They have to get money from a pocket so they can pay their credit card bills. So they will tell you, you need medicine. But actually, depression is simple. The 5 elements, as we discussed, they are not in harmony in you. Maybe there is too much water, too much emotions, but there is no vayu, no freedom to express. Or no space, no wisdom in those emotions. For example, you want to hug a lion. That is not wise. There is no space, no akash, no wisdom there. You should love some puppy, not some bulldog or something that can really harm you. So the 5 elements should be connected to each other. If we want a life free from any sort of stress, either depression, anger, frustration, or anxiety. Now just think, you are angry on your friend or your family member. Maybe you are angry on your husband or wife. Just think, why they did that? What they did, we know. But why they did, we never even think. Just try to put yourself in their place. Then try to look at the situation. Trust me, you will never get angry. Never. You are worried about future? Just think. I have done whatever I could. Am I doing whatever I could or can? Automatically, if you think about these 2 points, there will be no anxiety. You will be sure, you will be confident that yes, I will get the result I'm expecting. And if you do not get what you are expecting, again, just think, did I do what I can? In the past, whatever steps I took to reach here today, have I done everything perfectly? Whatever was in my strength or in my capability. There will be no depression or stress. Because basically, we are not here to worship Krishna. We are not here to worship anyone. We are here to make an attempt to be like them. Because they were humans, we are humans. If they could reach on that level by making the balance in 5 elements in their life, we also can do the same. And if you start doing that, it will take some time. But in some days, you will start having this bliss, this balance in your mind and body. Now, this is what I wanted to share about depression. There is a lot to say, but we have a restriction of time. Now, anyone have any question related to stress or depression? Any question? Just feel free. No question is bad. No question is illogical. Sometimes a small question makes the big difference. Zolanta, you have any question? No?
At the moment, no.
Zita?
I'm confused, but
Confusion is good. I will send the recording. Just listen to it again. Confusion will be gone. Klaus?
It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm thinking in my mind all the time. I'm finding the examples in my life, and it makes sense. If you like these elements, I had experience where when I treat myself with some physical activity, and if you compare it with the earth and soil element, then with some kind of physical activities, you can start to think in a positive way, and I call them, I switch out the brains, but in the same time it is like that. I probably even my body feels better later, and then the mind starts to keep it up, and it works it works together in a system. And even the other elements, when you described it, I could find the experience in my life where it matched.
That is all about if we can relate with ourselves. Zeta, if you have seen his chart, I'm sure his Jupiter is very strong in the chart. You know, the personality can tell. Rita, you have any question or thought?
To, ko viņš teica tajā, vai tu vari savā dzīvē atrast piemērus, teiksim, tas, ko viņš izstāstīja, tajā tie elementi, un vai tu vari, vai tev ir bijusi kaut kā līdzīga? Es varu mēģināt pārtulkot.
Oi, man ir jādomā, es tā nevaru sitien.
Zita is saying that she needs to think about, but yes, as well. Like, I mean, it's I believe, and it's my opinion that it is super obvious in a way when you realize the connections between the elements, and that you need to have them in
balance.
Yeah, exactly. In one level, and then your body and mind works together like a machine or something like that. It starts to work properly. Instead, if something isn't right, then others are compensating, and then they are taking too much of damage, even, or something like that.
True. That is what we need to make ourselves a perfect person. And that's how I look at Krishna. I just look at him as a perfect body where all the elements are in harmony, in balance. And that is why he is so perfect. We cannot find any flaw. In the Mahabharata, the author writes, Krishna was the only person in that time who had not done any wrong thing in his life. And just look at ourselves. Only problem is we are not focusing on the balance. And as you said, we are not trying to understand what kind of connection we have with the elements. So, anyone in the room, or there anyone who want to ask anything related to this?
Yes, I want.
Yeah, please.
I have heard opinion that, for example, if you have in depression mood, for example, 1 week, you think depression thoughts and do depressing things, for example, 1 week. Mm-hmm. And then to come out of this all cloud, which are you in, you have also 1 week to change your program in your mind. And if it is just, for example, 1 day, then you need much shorter time to come out of this. What are you saying about this? How is it?
It's simply about the wisdom. How much wisdom you have in you. There is a element the scientists in NASA are looking for, God particle. Right? They think that the whole universe is made up of God particle or made from God particle. So let's find the God particle. The God particle is nothing but the Akash element only. Now, the simple thing there is, Akash Tattva is all about a speech. The quality of Akash is a speech. The emotions is water, but the communication, the speech, will you be able to say what you have or not? That is Akash. Or that is God. Now, it's simple how much goodness you have in you. If you are a good person, if you have no jealousy, no negative feeling for others, if you go into depression, you will come out in some moments or maybe some hours. If you have so much negativity in you. Now, there is nothing to judge anyone or even to yourself. I'm not saying this to judge you, but to understand. If there is so much negativity, then you won't be able to come out of that easily. It's simple. I also go into depression. It's not something bad. Many times there was this, before Diwali, I met this person who have this uncurable disease. His family contacted me for the remedies, for the medicines. I met the person, and for some moments, I was in the state of depression because I was connected with the person on that level. Just in some moments, I could feel his pain. And just in some moments, I realized that it is not an incurable disease. There are teachings in Ayurveda. If we use those herbs, we can cure him. And just in some moments, I was happy again. The emotions are controlled by wisdom or your thoughts. They say there is kindness in the heart, the love, and there is wisdom in the brain, but actually it's different. The emotions are in the mind, and your soul lives in the heart, so the wisdom is with the soul. Now, how much wisdom you have? Now, how to get the wisdom? By simple learning and understanding. If you learn something, you understand that even if you go into depression in some moment of your life, you will come out of that easily. Right now, we have 4 or 5 some people here, and to all of us, if we categorize, we can easily categorize everyone by this person will come out in 1 day, this will take 1 year, this will take 1 month. We can just categorize all of them. How? Based on the level of awakening they have. How much realization you have. It's most important thing. What do you think of yourself? Oh, I am just a fool. How many of you have this thought? Oh, I am just a fool. Huh? Oh, I am so bad. If you think that about you, you will take a long time to recover from depression. And if you think, I have goodness in me as well as some bad qualities, if you know those both, just in some time you'll overcome depression. In astrology, you can simply connect it with the new moon and full moon nights. In full moon, you have so much emotions. Moon, it increases your emotions. And if you think good about you, you will feel happy, a lot of happy. You will be like, yeah, I'm the happiest person on earth, on full moon. If you think bad about you, you will feel like, oh, I'm dying this night. Why this full moon came? On new moon, there is no moon. There is darkness. Now, most like everyone feels they are dead or they are in depression on no moon. But some people who think there is goodness in them, it's about how you think, not what others think. So there are some people who are like the whole world is saying, oh, this person is so bad. He is a fool. Everyone is laughing. And they are like, oh, why you all are happy? Let's laugh with you. Because they know I am not a fool. They cannot laugh on me. They are enjoying, I will enjoy with them. Simple. They do not go into depression in that state on that night. Because you think good about you. So first thing, if you want to overcome depression in just some minutes, first thing you should start doing, think positive about yourself. Just get a pen and paper tonight and write down all good qualities in you. On another paper, write down all bad qualities in you. If you are depressed, just read the bad qualities, which will increase your depression. then read the good qualities. Automatically you will get this thought that yes, I have to stand up and I have to use my good qualities to remove the bad ones. Automatically. There is no one you need to tell you about this. It just happens when you know how much good and bad you have in you. I hope the question is clear. Anyone else who have any question or thought? No? Okay. So there is still, because I know later on many thoughts comes and many will have questions on the topic. So there is the email ID and there are my 2 WhatsApp numbers. You can text me on Facebook or leave a mail, or you can text me on WhatsApp. Whatever question you have related to the topic, okay? Because even a small question can help someone to create a big discovery or big invention. So every small question matters in life. Hope you all understood the subject and it will help you in your life, and it will help you to help people who are around you in your family or in your friend circle or in the neighborhood. So may God bless us all. Namaste.
Thank you very much.